Hello, today I'll be teaching you on how to cut Sokoto using elastic on it. I've mixed the line, but I'm going to explain it very well for you to get it right. Now, first of all, I'll be cutting the front part first before I use this front part to cut the back part. First of all, fold this your fabric like this into two, your material, fold it into two, and make sure you use pin to hold it to avoid removing. So after that, the next thing to do now is to take your tape and measure these 2 inches out first. This is my 2 inches. This is where I'll be attaching my elastic or your rope, whichever one you're using. Now after that, I bring my tape to this side here. Alright, remember this place is for elastic. I put my tape on this line here to measure my full length. The full length of this Sokoto that I'm making today is 31. The full length is 31 and this is my 31. And I added 2 inches for the folding allowance at the down part. Now, for me to get my knee length, I don't need to measure the pieces that I'm making for. I'll just simply divide my full length, divide it into 2. Whatever I get is what I will use as my knee length. Or if you don't want to do it like that, you can measure the person you are making it for, measure up to the knee length, and measure whatever you get from the knee length minus 2 inches upward. As maybe you get like 20 inches from the knee, that 20, remove 2 inches and use 18 inches. But I'm not taking it in that way. I measure the full length, I divided to 2. What I got was 15 and half. So this is my knee length. Now, let's get starting. Before I measure my tie, the tie, I'll first of all get the flap so that I can measure the tie. Just fold your dress and use your tie to fold the dress, alright? Just use your tie. Like this, the tie I'm making and working with is 21, and I divided it into 2, gives me 10 and a half. So this is my 10 and a half. You can just measure more than that. You can measure like just take like 12 inches after you trim it out. Alright, like here now I measure like that, the same that 12 inches I measure on this side. After everything, I'm going to trim it out. So I hope you understand it. Now after that, I place my tape on this side. After that, the next thing to do is to take my waist measurement. The measurement of my waist is 28. 28 divided by 4, it gives me 7 inches. Alright, that 7 inches, I'm going to be adding half inches for the joining. That makes it 7 and a half. Now, to get my flap, remember I said I divide my waist into 4. I get, what I got was 7 inches. And I will add 1 inches to make it 8 inches. Because I'm adding it elastic. But if I'm not putting elastic or rope, I'm using just a zip. You don't need to add anything. Just use that your 7 inches for it. Alright. Now, I'll be adding 1 inches to it to make it 8 inches. And this is my flap. I hope you understand it. Flap. This is my flap. Added here was 1 inches. That makes it 8 inches. I hope you understand it. Now to get my tie, I said my tie is 28 inches. When I divide my 28 inches, tie is 21. You divide your tie into 2. Divide waist into 4. You divide this tie. This tie means the lap area. Divide it into 2, not into 4. I divide it into 2 is 10 and a half. I hope you see it. Not into 4. Divide it into 2. I got 10 and a half. So this is my 10 and a half here. I hope you are seeing it. This is my 10 and a half here for my tie, for my lap, whichever one you want to call it. It's still the same thing. The tie, the lap, my 10 and a half. Don't add anything on it. Alright. So when I'm cutting, this is the tie there, 10 and half. I'll add just half inches for it. That make it 10 and a half. That make it 11 inches. Alright. I'll add half inches. Remember, I add half inches on this waist side. This lap side, I add also half inches. That makes it 11 here. So for me to get the flap, my flap, From this particular side, I'll be adding 2 inches. This is my 2 inches there. This is 2 inches start as my lap, these 2 inches start as my flap, the flap inside. What I will do again, I take that 2 inches and measure off here, so just to get my curve very well. All right, I hope you are getting it. It's not hard at all. Just follow the way I'm doing it and cut it. I hope you understand it. Divide your tie into 2. Add 2. Divide your tie into 2, and this is my tie. For you to get the curve for the flap, you measure 2 inches from your flap and curve it. See, this is my flap. All right. Now, this is my tie. This is my lap. This is my knee length. This is my knee length. For me to get this knee length, see what you will do. Please remember, I said this from here to here is my lap. All right, is my lap. Now I'm gonna measure this 10 and a half straight down. Please don't get confused. I'm measuring this 10 and a half straight down like this. I will take it up to this full length. You see what I'm doing? After making this dress, you appreciate what you have here. This is a very easy way to cut Sokoto. Whichever one, whether you are cutting Sokoto or the normal this thing, just take this 10 and a half first of all. Just see what I'm doing. You will love what you see. All right, I've taken this my tie area here is 10 and a half. This same 10 and a half, I make sure I take this 10 and a half straight. Look at the line. I take it straight to this full length here and see what I want to do. After that, just pay attention and watch. That's what I'm going to be doing. After that, I will divide this from here to here. I will divide it into 2 so that I can be able to shape my Sokoto. From here to here, I will divide it into 2. So this 10 and a half now, I will divide it into 2 and make straight line. Just watch and see what I'm doing. Made the straight line, the middle line here, and I've drawn the line straight down. So, see what I'm doing? I've drawn the line straight to the full length. So the next thing to do is to divide my round knee. Divide my knee length from this middle line. So my knee length is my round knee is 14 inches. I fold my 14 inches like this, and I'm dividing it into 4. And this is into 4. This is into 4. 3 and a half. So from this line I made this line here, I place my tape and measure 3 and a half like this. 3 and a half, and add it half inches. All right, add half inches. I will explain to you. I've made the line, but I'm going to explain it very well. So from this line also, I measure the same 3 and a half. 3 and a half here, 3 and a half here, and add half inches. All right. So the next thing to do at this leg side is 10 inches. My round leg is 10 inches. I divide it into 4. What I got was 2 and a half. I measure 2 and a half on this side and add half inches. I measure 2 and a half also. I place my line this side and add half inches. So what I will do now is to join everything together. Connect the lines together. From this my flap here, I place my ruler on it, on this side, and make sure that it touch this my knee length. See what I do? I loop the line. From there, I take my ruler like this. Make sure it touches this particular one to the full length. See, after making this cutting this Sokoto, you will love what you have. So from there, I will place my ruler at this bottom area, this the back area here, not at this upper side, please. Not this from this side. From this side here, place your tape like this, your ruler here, and make sure that it touches this one. This is my knee length that I've shaped. Please just follow the way I make it. Divide whatever you have, just divide this thing together from this line to this line here, from here, this folding part to this side. Divide it into two. Like I said, my round knee length is 14 inches. I divide 14 inches and I place my tape at this side. I measure my 3.5 this side and add half inches. I measure 3.5 this side and add my half inches. So from there, look at what I'm connecting, the way I'm connecting it. I will connect it now up to the down part. Please, this is how to cut this Sokoto. Very, very easy. All right. See, after making this dress, you see how your Sokoto shape will come out. It will give it perfect shape. So this is how to cut the front part. So I'll be using this front part to cut the back part. But before I cut the back part, please let me explain this side very well, because I don't want it. I've decided to add it more than that half inches. Don't add half inches. On this waist side, see what you do there. Don't add this 1/2 inches. Add 2 inches so that the elastic will come out full very well. But if you are not putting elastic, what you add is just the half inches. It's because I'm adding elastic. That is why I'm adding this. I decided to add this my 2 inches. I add my 2 inches here. Instead of following that first line, I've cleaned the line and made the line straight like this up to this side. See what I'm doing? So remember, I said my flap is 2 inches. From there, I measure the 2 inches for the flap. All right, and add my sewing allowance there. So see what you see what I've made there, please. So I just take it straight down like this. See it? For me to get this flap here, I measure from here. I measure 2 inches like this. And for me to get the curve very well, I measure 2 inches. I've extended before, and just take it like this. Very, very easy. There's nothing too much there. So what I will do now is to cut it out. I hope you understand this. I'll be cutting it out now. See what I'll be doing now? I'll start to cut it like this. Make sure you follow the chalk. When you're cutting this front part, please remember to add your half inches. So even when I'm cutting the back part, I will still add my sewing allowance there. See it? I'm cutting the flap area. See what I'm doing here? As you are cutting it, make sure you follow the chalk. So you understand this one. So the next thing to cut is to cut the back part. So follow the line also. So I want to use scissors to hold it. I want to use pin to hold it so that it will not shift. So please use pin to pin the work. So I'm pinning it now so that when I'm cutting it, it will not shift. So see? So I'll be cutting it now. You can pass anywhere to cut it. You will see, if you follow this method to make your dress, you will love it. The shape will come out very, very well. Since I learned how to cut this particular one, my dress always comes out perfect. All right, just follow the shape. Make sure you end it to this side. See what I'm doing? I decided to take my time to make the video just for you. Just make sure you open this side like this. See what I'm doing there? Just put your scissors and open it like this. Remember, it's elastic I'm putting it. So after that, see what I normally do for all my work. Even if I'm cutting padded, I always notch it so that I will know where it is. When I'm joining it, it will be very easy for me. So I will take this is my knee length. I'm notching it so that it will make it my work easy. I don't need to start looking for where the knee length is. I notch this area too. I always notching the work. I'll make sure I notch everything. Please follow the method I'm doing so that when you are joining your work, you start looking for where the hip is, where the knee is. With this notching, you will not find it difficult. You find it very, very easy to do that. So this is how it is. I don't need to notch this area. Okay, I can easily notch it so that I want to make very perfect dress. All right, so this is it. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to be using this this front part to cut the back part. All right. This is the back part. Fold it into two. Look at it. I fold the back part into two. I use pin to hold it, like I used to say, like I said. So after that, you take the front part. This is the front part. You place it like this. Please make sure if you put it very well. See how I place it? I'm going to be showing you the rest of it. See it now. See how I place it? Make sure everything is together. Look at it. Please, after that, you use pin to hold it so that it will not remove when you start cutting it. Use pin. I've used pin now to hold it down. This pin means to hold it down very well. All right. Pin helps to help your work to stay firm. All right. So I'm using pin to hold it. I use pin to hold this other side. So very easy thing to do. Very, very easy. You don't need to add anything at this back part. Just follow the cutting. So what I will do now is I'll be adding 2 inches. Just wash it carefully. From this side, this front part here, from this side, look at it. You add 2 inches. Please don't forget that. Remember, back is bigger than the front part. Add your 2 inches. These 2 inches is what I will add it to the down part, to the full length. Follow the curve and be adding it. I'll be adding this 2 inches. See what I'm doing? I will add it up to the full length of this work. Make sure you follow it like this. See what I'm doing? In case if you don't understand it well, you drop your message on the comment box. Come to this side. This is the main flap. Look at it. You measure 2 inches. 2 inches is done already. All right. It complete my 2 inches. See it like this. So I'll be adding these 2 inches. I will follow this curve like this. I make sure I add 2 inches. I will add 2 inches up to the full length. But I'm not adding any 2 inches at this side. When I'm cutting, I'll just follow the cutting like that straight. So I will start to cut this now. Follow the line also. This is the back part. Make sure you make the line the way I said it. So I'm going to be cutting it like that. You see what I'm doing there? Follow the line and cut it straight down. Follow the shape of the chalk. This is that my nail length. So I'm done cutting this side. So see, this is the back part. So to cut this back part here, look at it. Just follow the line. You don't add anything on it. Don't add anything. I've already added at this front part. So this one is cover the back part. So just follow it like that. All right. Be careful when you are cutting it. Don't cut the front. Join it, please. Be careful when you are cutting this back part so that you will not cut the front part. Just be careful when you are cutting it. take it gently. See, I'm done with it. Just trim off the excess at this damp part. Trim off the excess at the damp part. So I'm done with this cutting part. So this is the cutting area. This is the cutting part. I'll be making the sewing. Please try and watch the sewing so that you understand this more better, because this is the cutting alone. I don't want to join it together because I don't want the video to be longer than this. So after this, I'll be dropping the sewing part of this Sokoto. Thank you for taking your time to watch my video. Please, if you have not subscribed before leaving, please do me well to subscribe. There is one red button down there. Press that red button and subscribe for me. Like this my video and share my video. God bless you as you do so. Thank you. Bye bye.